Hey everyone, welcome to the show. Have you ever imagined what it takes to be like the absolute best in a world where, one wrong move can just crush your dreams?
Hmm.
Today we're diving deep into Layne Fargo's The Favorites. It's a story set in the world
Mm.
of competitive figure skating,
Yeah.
but it goes way deeper than, just the sparkles and the spins. It
Right.
gets into this like fierce ambition,
Oh, yeah.
the insane pressure to be perfect,
Totally.
and that blurry line between love and rivalry.
It's really fascinating how the favorites captures like the emotional pressure cooker these athletes live in. You
Wow.
see how badly they want to succeed and how that desire can like twist their relationships.
Yeah.
And it really makes you think about what's truly important.
Okay, so let's unpack this a bit.
Huh.
At the heart of the story are Katarina Shaw and Heath Rocha.
Yes.
They're this figure skating pair, and their partnership is like a total powder keg of talent and tension.
Definitely.
But to really get them, we need to go back to the beginning.
Yeah, their childhoods really show how they found comfort and purpose on the ice.
Right.
Like Katarina grows up in rural Illinois with a family that's, going through a lot. And the rink becomes her escape.
Yeah, I can see that.
And then there's Heath. He's dealing with the instability of foster care.
Oh, wow.
And the skating world gives him the sense of belonging. It's like their shared love for skating creates this connection that helps them overcome their tough pasts.
That's really powerful. And that connection becomes the foundation for their pretty intense partnership.
Mm.
Katarina's already a dedicated single skater,
Mm-hmm.
and she sees something special in Heath, who, by the way, at first isn't even a skater.
Right.
Can you imagine?
There's this almost like instinctual understanding between them, this raw energy that you can just see when they're on the ice together.
Yeah.
But their early years are also filled with financial struggles, the tragic death of Katarina's brother, and this constant pressure to prove themselves.
Oh, wow.
It's a lot to deal with. It fuels their ambition, for sure, but it also sets the stage for conflict down the road.
You can definitely feel that tension, simmering beneath the surface. Their breakthrough performance at a regional competition is a big turning point. They catch the eye of legendary coach Sheila Lynn.
Oh, yeah, Sheila Lynn.
It's got to be huge for them.
Sheila invites them to train at her elite academy in LA, and it's like a dream come true for them, but it also throws them into this world of cutthroat competition.
It's like they've gone from the frying pan into the fire. Right.
Exactly.
And it's not just about the competition on the ice. The relationships with Sheila's own kids, Bella and Garrett, add this whole other layer of complexity.
Right.
Bella, she's trying to get out from under her mother's shadow, and she's constantly clashing with Katarina.
Hmm.
And then Garrett, he's drawn to Katarina's intensity. It makes you wonder if anyone can be trusted when everyone's trying to get to the top.
The book really highlights how ambition can blur the lines between like mentorship and manipulation, and friendship and rivalry. Sheila, as talented as she uses Katarina and Heath to build her own legacy. It shows that even in the glamorous world of figure skating, power can be pretty ruthless.
It's a tough world, for sure.
Uh-huh.
And as their careers take off, their personal lives get tangled up with their skating in this, thrilling but also dangerous way.
Absolutely.
We see them get their first big win, deal with some heartbreaking losses,
Mm-hmm.
and face the constant media scrutiny. It's like everything is magnified.
It's like their passion, the very thing that brought them together, starts to create friction.
Interesting.
Katarina's impulsiveness clashes with Heath's more reserved personality, and their fights off the ice are as explosive as their routines on the ice.
It's almost like all the pressure makes their emotions more intense and their love as unpredictable as it is passionate.
Yeah,
And the closer they get to the Olympics, the higher the stakes get.
right.
Every competition feels like it could be the end for them.
The 2002 World Championships in Nagano, that's a turning point for them. Their free dance, it's fueled by all this personal turmoil, and it ends in disaster. It's a reminder that even the most talented pairs can crumble under the weight of their own expectations and just the harsh reality of the sport.
So then they split up. Katarina starts skating with Garrett,
Yeah.
and Heath, well, he just disappears.
Right.
It's a total cliffhanger. You're left wondering if they can ever really escape their shared history.
Yeah. What's interesting is how, during their time apart, they each kind of face their own inner struggles.
Okay.
Katarina achieves incredible success with Garrett, but it's like she loses part of herself along the way.
Yeah, it seems like she's traded that raw passion she had with Heath for this, polished perfection that Sheila wants. It makes you wonder if she's actually happy or just going through the motions.
Right. And then Heath, while he's away from competitive skating, he goes through this huge transformation.
Oh, wow.
He explores other things, confronts his past, and comes back with this new sense of self-awareness. Sometimes you have to step away from what you think defines you to really grow.
That's so true. And then there's Bella. Her story takes this wild turn when her partner gets injured.
Right before the Olympics.
Yeah. So now she needs a new partner. It's this twist of fate that brings them all back together and creates this messy love triangle.
The book doesn't just treat it as like a simple rivalry, though.
Right.
It goes deep into their shared history, their ambitions, and the things they're willing to sacrifice for their dreams.
It shows that relationships, especially in a world with such high stakes, are never simple.
Exactly.
So they all meet up again at the 2006 Worlds in Moscow, and it's electric. You can feel all these unspoken emotions, the unresolved tension. It's obvious they still have this pull towards each other.
It shows how strong certain connections can be. But this reunion, it marks the start of their most chaotic chapter yet.
Oh.
Katarina is torn between the stability she has with Garrett and the intense passion she rekindles with Heath. Her decision shocks the entire figure skating world.
What does she do?
She chooses Heath. And their comeback is this mix of brilliance and controversy. They're pushing the limits with their routines, pouring their hearts out on the ice. But they're also facing so much scrutiny and disapproval from Sheila.
I bet.
It's like they're not just fighting for their spot in the sport, but for the right to define their partnership on their own terms.
That makes sense.
Their performances become this raw expression of their love and their struggles. But the pressure keeps building, and we see that familiar tension come back, fueled by rumors of sabotage and the media frenzy that follows them everywhere.
The book definitely doesn't shy away from showing the dark side of the skating world.
No, it doesn't.
All the cutthroat competition, the manipulation, the toll it takes on them mentally and emotionally.
Yeah.
It makes you realize that chasing perfection often comes with a heavy price.
As they get closer to the 2010 Vancouver Olympics, the tension is through the roof. There's the slap at the charity gala, Katarina's explosive interview where she just lays into the media, and then this controversial blog Kiss and Cry pops up, spilling all the behind-the-scenes dirt.
That blog sounds like the TMZ of figure skating.
It is. It exposes all the hypocrisy, the power struggles, the scandals the skating world tries to keep hidden.
It's like someone finally shining a light on all the secrets.
Right. It helps bring the truth to light, but it also makes things worse for Katarina and Heath.
How so?
Now they're not just competing against other skaters, they're fighting against a system that wants to control their story.
That's got to be tough.
Yeah.
So what happens at the Olympics?
Their free dance in Vancouver, it's this raw, emotional performance that blows everyone away. But it also stirs up controversy because it pushes the boundaries of what's considered acceptable in the sport.
It sounds intense.
It's this powerful moment that shows their whole journey, the talent, the passion, the defiance. And then the accusations of sabotage come out and everything just explodes. It makes you wonder, who would go that far to ruin their dreams? Was it another team, a jealous ex, or someone even closer?
The fallout from Vancouver is rough.
It is.
Their relationship falls apart under all the suspicion and betrayal, and Heath disappears again. It's heartbreaking. It shows that even the strongest bonds can be shattered by mistrust and pressure.
But that's not the end of their story.
Really?
The book jumps ahead to the 2014 Sochi Olympics, and we see them make this unexpected comeback.
Wow.
They've both grown, they've dealt with their issues, and there's this sense of renewed purpose.
So they want to prove something.
They want to reclaim what they lost. But Sochi brings a whole new set of challenges. First, there's Glittergate, where a strategically placed sequin leads to Heath getting seriously hurt.
Oh, no.
And then, to make things even more complicated, we find out Bella is pregnant with Heath's child. It's a total bombshell, and it throws their already messy relationships into chaos.
I bet.
It forces them to face the consequences of their past choices and accept that some wounds might never fully heal.
So they're back at the Olympics, carrying all this baggage, dealing with physical and emotional scars, and facing a future that's as uncertain as it is exciting.
Right. It's incredible that they can even compete with everything going on. Their performances in Sochi, it's less about winning and more about proving something to themselves and everyone watching.
Yeah, they're skating with this vulnerability, this depth that you only get from facing your fears and coming out stronger.
Exactly.
It feels like they've reached a point where what other people think doesn't matter as much as their own sense of peace.
Right.
But of course, the drama isn't over.
Of course not.
The sabotage accusations come back, And it leads to this huge hearing with the International Olympic Committee.
Wow.
It's like they're fighting their past while trying to build a future.
And Ellis Dean and his Kiss and Cry blog, they become even more important.
Yeah.
He uses his platform to expose the truth and call out the skating world for covering things up.
Sometimes it takes someone who's willing to break the rules to make real change.
Definitely.
So this hearing, it becomes this big showdown where everything comes out, and Katarina and Heath finally get to clear their names.
Finding out who the saboteur is, it's satisfying, but it's also unsettling.
How so?
It makes you realize how far some people will go to win, even if it means hurting others. It shows how ambition can become toxic when it takes over everything.
It's a cautionary tale, but it's also a story of resilience and redemption. They may not win Olympic gold, but they win in a different way.
Right.
They take back control of their lives, their story, their love for the sport.
The book ends with a glimpse into their life after skating.
Okay.
And it reminds you that sometimes happiness comes from letting go of what you thought you wanted and embracing what truly matters.
So they walk away, but they leave a lasting impact.
They inspire a new generation of skaters to challenge the norms and push boundaries.
Their story doesn't have a typical happy ending, and that makes it feel more authentic, more relatable.
Absolutely.
They've been through a lot, and it feels like they're still on this journey of healing and self-discovery.
The Favorites is this incredible blend of sports drama, romance, and social commentary. It pulls you into this high-pressure world and leaves you thinking about the price of perfection, the complexities of love, and the power of fighting for what you believe in.
It's a story that will keep you hooked and make you think. If you want a book that does both, The Favorites is the one.
I agree.
So what was your favorite part of the book? Was there a character or a scene that really stuck with you? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell your friends about this deep dive. We'll see you next time.